Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Corney Polytechnic Spring Society's production of The Murder at Havisham Manor. I would like to personally welcome you to what will be my directorial debut, as well as my first production as head of the Drama Society. We are particularly excited to present this play because for the first time in the Society's history, we have managed to find a play that fits the company's numbers perfectly. To be honest, lack of numbers has hampered past productions, such as last year's Chekhov play, Two Sisters, and of course last Christmas's The Lion and the Wardrobe, and of course our summer musical, Cat. This is the first time the Society has been able to stage a production of this scale, and we are thrilled. It's no secret we usually have to contend with a smaller budget, such as in last year's presentation of James and the Peach. Of course, during the run of that particular play, the peach went off, and we were forced to present a hastily devised alternative entitled James, Where is your peach? Finally, we have managed to stage a play as it should be, and cast it exceptionally well. I'm sure no one will forget the troubles we've had with casting in the past, such as in 2010's Snow White and the Tall, Broad Gentleman. And of course, last year's pantomime, another Disney classic, Ugly and the Beast. But now on with the main event, which I'm sure will be our best show yet. So, without any further ado, please put your hands together for Susie H.K. Bridewell's thrilling whodunit, The Murder at Havisham Manor.
Mr. Havisham, not possible. There never was a man with more zest for life than Charles Havisham. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. Why on earth would he commit suicide?
But why on earth would anyone murder him? Charles was such a gentle fellow.
He was generous, kind, and true. Philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems.
Shall I telephone the police, sir?
The police? They wouldn't make it out here for days in this terrible snowstorm. I'll telephone Inspector Carter. He lives just the other side of the village. Hand me the receiver, Perkins. Thank you, Perkins. Good evening. Give me Inspector Carter. I know it's late. Damn it, I don't care about the weather. There's been a murder. Someone's murdered Charles Havisham. That's right.
Ground effect error Q4.
Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter?
They say he's the best damn inspector in the district. He'll crack this case and quick.
Very good, sir. And what shall I do?
Lock every door, man. Not a soul gets out of Havisham Manor until the killer is found.
Of course, sir.
And gather everyone in here.
Right away, sir.
My God, Charlie, murdered at your own engagement party. Florence.
Charlie? No, I can't believe what I'm seeing. My God. He's so frail lying there. His skin is cold to touch.
No! Don't touch him, Florence!
I must.
You mustn't!
Unhand me, you controlling brute. Oh, who could do such a thing? The night of our engagement party. Cecil, quick! Your brother is dead! This way, Master Havisham.
Brother! Dead! It can't be!
Calm yourself, Cecil. Perkins for that man a stiff drink.
Right away, sir. Charles always kept scotch upstairs in his study.
My brother had the finest collection of scotch in the county.
Don't you think I know that? He was my best friend.
Well, he was my brother, Thomas.
Hang it all. Charlie dead. Oh, I can't bear it. You want to leave my sight this evening, Florence?
Oh my God! He's drunk the whole bottle! There's not a drop left!
Hang it all. There.
There's not a drop left!
Hang it all. There'll be another in the cabinet.
Yes. This one's full.
This is horrifying. I mean, who on earth would have murdered Charles?
Oh, I can't imagine.
It's madness. My brother was a good man. Who would kill him? I'm in shock, Thomas.
As am I, Cecil, as am I.
It's more than my nerves can take. Oh, I'm becoming hysterical.
No, Florence! Not another one of your episodes! Here, take one of your
Florence, don't lose your head. I feel I shall pass out, Thomas.
Perkins, pour that man a stiff drink. There, Florence. Calm down. Deep breaths.
It's terrible. Just a week after our engagement.
He was a good brother.
This is the best
my brother wasn't as happy as he led people to believe. Underneath that cheerful mask lay a darker side to the man that many didn't know about.
It's true. His smile was often just a facade. I was fortunate enough to be one of the people he truly confided in. I've lost a real friend today.
We all have, Perkins. And you all, I knew Charlie ever since school.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
You'll move back home with me. And your brother, I have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. There's no doubt in my mind. It was suicide.
Suicide, Mr. Havisham, how can you say that? Of course not. It was murder. Murder of the first degree.
Nonsense. The man was paranoid and jealous, and I can prove it. Perkins, hand me his journal from the mantelpiece. I fear Florence does not love me. The night of our engagement party, despair engulfs my soul.
But I love Charles with all my heart.
As I said, driven mad with paranoia and jealousy.
Thank heavens he's here.
What a terrible snowstorm. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case.
Yes, Inspector.
This must be Charles Havisham. I'm sorry. This must have given you all a damn shock.
It did. We're all still reeling.
Naturally. Are any of you the deceased's immediate family?
I'm Cecil Havisham. I'm his brother.
I'm Florence Collymore. I'm his fiancée. Tonight was our engagement party.
What a damn sad thing. I take it everyone's assembled in here.
Yes, the only other member of staff is Arthur the gardener. I saw him and Winston leaving for the weekend hours ago.
Winston?
He's God's dog.
I see. Very well. You bought it on a zip drink.
Yes, Inspector.
Let us raise a glass to the man we all loved. To Charles.
Charles!
Delicious.
Lovely. That's a damn fine bottle, Perkins. What's the vintage?
Flammable and corrosive, sir.
I'm sorry, but the sooner I begin my inquiries, the sooner we can be rid of this ghastly business. Oh, Jesus! Would you be so kind as to take the body up to the study so I can examine it?
Yes, Inspector.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
Then lock all the doors and prepare this room. I'll conduct my interviews in here soon after.
Any ideas on the cause of death, Inspector?
Could be a number of things. Suffocation, strangulation, poison. For a full examination, I wouldn't like to say.
How could someone do it?
Try not to think about it, Miss Collymore. Once I've finished examining the body and how do interviews, and then you can get some space to calm your nerves.
Thank you, Inspector. This is all more than I can bear.
I'll be back soon as I've finished examining the body.
Thank God they're gone.
Good Lord, Perkins, his body weighs a ton.
So this is Charles's study. Set the body down there, gentlemen.
It's such a tragedy for a man to die just 3 months before he could be married.
I mean, just look at him lying there.
This is most morose.
Gross indeed.
Cecil, we must tread carefully. It would be easy for the two of us to become implicated in Charles's death. If they found out about us, we'll be suspects. So,
You and I having an affair. So what? It doesn't mean we killed him.
of course not. But that's what the inspector's like.
It's fine. We'll just carry on as if everything was just as it was. Except now, you won't be forced to marry my beastly brother.
And soon we can be together and not keep secrets.
But now, with my brother out of the picture, I must ask you one question.
It's so strange to think of Charles being dead. He was such an influence in all our lives.
It's almost as though he was still alive in the very room with us.
Seeing a cadaver for the first time can be unsettling, Perkins. I'm going to need you to pull yourself together and help dust the body for fingerprints.
Yes, Inspector.
Check his pockets, Thomas.
Inspector? Thank you.
And now, to dust the body for fingerprints.
Florence, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Marry me! Charles is dead. He can never come between us again. Charles is gone, and he's never coming back.
Thank you, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to take the body down to the morgue for the coroner to inspect in the morning?
Yes, Inspector.
Oh, and Perkins, do me a favour and lock all the doors and prepare the bedroom.
Yes, Inspector.
Oh, and Thomas as well. Do me a favour and fetch me my pencil and notebook from downstairs.
Naturally.
Very well. I shall marry you.
Florence, come into my arms.
I shall.
One embrace.
Oh, Cecil,
I seem to require the inspectors. What is going on in here?
Sorry, I felt flustered. Cecil was just cooling my brow.
Very well. Now that I have the inspector's pencil. I shall be on my way.
Thank God he's gone. That man's such a nuisance.
He is my brother.
Let me kiss you. Just once.
Oh, Cecil, kiss me 1,000 times. I'm yours.
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Collymore, Mr. Havisham. I've come to collect the keys to lock us all inside.
Thank you, Perkins. They're by the telephone.
I shall lock us in at once.
You don't think Perkins suspects us, do you?
I told fool? Of course not.
Oh, enough words. Take me.
I seem to have forgotten the inspector's notebook. Come on, what is going on?
I felt I was going to faint. Cecil caught me.
I haven't the time for this. Now that I have the inspector's notebook, I shall be on my way.
Blasted interruptions.
Kiss me, Cecil.
I want you, Florence. You make my heart beat out in my chest.
Your eyes send me into a dream. Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait a second longer.
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Collymore, Mr. Havisham. I've come to prepare the room.
Thank you, Perkins. Put them on the mantel, please. At last. We're alone.
Oh, Cecil, let's run away from here, far away, together.
Soon, my love. But we must be careful. We mustn't arouse suspicion.
Cecil, tell me, who do you think murdered Charles?
There's no doubt in my mind, folks. He was killed by your brother, Thomas Collymore.
My brother? Oh, what the devil of a situation this is. But why would Thomas
Isn't it obvious? He was always a bit possessive when it came to you. He didn't like the idea of his best friend marrying his sister. He saw it together at tonight's engagement party night, and it made him lose control. He snapped and killed Charles.
But if it is false, what if our affair is discovered? Oh,
I don't think there's any doubt, Florence. He would try and kill us, just like he killed Charles.
I feel faint again.
Don't worry, Florence. Just follow my lead.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. Oh. I'm sorry to have kept you, but now that I've finished with my inspection in the study, the interviews can begin. Perkins, bring in Charles's personal effects.
Where would you like them, Inspector?
Just set them down on the mantelpiece.
As you wish, Inspector.
Don't go, Perkins. I'd like to ask you a few questions first. Florence, Cecil, give us the room, please.
Naturally.
Don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat.
May I?
Absolutely. How are you feeling, Perkins?
A little shaken up, sir, but I'll be fine.
Are you close with Charles Haversham?
Yes, sir, very close.
You don't appear to be very upset by his death.
Well, on the contrary, I've barely taken it in, that's all. Oh, he was such a kindly, charming man. You met him?
Once. He was working for me in a fire station.
Evening, Inspector. We require the call in the library.
Once in a local police station.
Of course they didn't notice.
He came in as a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
How long have you been working at Haversham Manor, Cecil?
80 years!
80 years.
8 years!
8 years. And have you enjoyed your time here, Perkins?
My time with Mr. Havisham has been nothing but a joy. I felt that since I've worked here, I've not been seen only as a maid, but also as a friend and a confidant. If you need me, I'll be in my quarters. Exits.
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 Oh, be sending Florence Collymore on your way out.
No need. I'm already here. Don't ask too much of me, Inspector. I feel fragile as clay.
Excellent. Collymore, do you have my pencil?
Yes, Inspector.
And my notebook. I knew I'd left them somewhere. I need to have a word with your sister alone.
I'll be in the library, Florence.
Don't worry, Miss Collymore. My questions will be brief and to the point. Starters, how old are you?
21.
I'll make a note of that. Your fiance, when were you due to be married?
In the new year.
And when did you first meet?
Only 7 months ago, but my brother's known him since school. He introduced us to the local gala, and it was love at first sight. I knew from the very moment I saw him that he was the man I wished to marry.
It appears to have run out of paper.
When you love someone, there's no such thing as rushing, Inspector.
Did you ever think you were rushing into this marriage?
Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you love him then?
Whoever could have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who may have benefited from his death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil.
I wasn't having an affair! Don't raise your voice to me, Inspector!
You were having an affair!
Don't tell me to calm down!
Calm down, Miss Collymore!
Which letter?
And what do you say about this letter?
You've read my letter? Where did you find it?
I'll tell you which letter. The one written by Cecil to you, professing his love, and how the thought of you marrying Charles repulsed him.
Charles read it? You read my letter? Where did you find it?
I'll tell you where I found it. In Charles's pocket.
Charles read it? Then it was suicidal.
Indeed. Or a murder conceived by you and Cecil Havisham so that you could run away together.
You diabolical beast, how can you? I won't stand for this, Inspector. Accuse me again, and you'll be...
What is this, Inspector?
I'm merely interviewing Miss Collymore. Nothing more.
Florence, calm down. Stop shouting.
She's having one of her episodes. Snap out a bit. You're being hysterical.
Florence, where are you going?
Come back here this instant. She's run off. I'll go fetch her back. You stay here, Cecil. I dare say the inspector has some questions for you. You were Charles' brother, after all.
I'm sorry, Inspector. She's badly shaken, we all are. It's been quite a night and it's getting late.
Indeed. 11 o'clock already.
Well, Inspector, do you have any questions for me?
Indeed. Similar to those I asked Miss Collymore.
Fire away, Inspector. I'm at your service.
You and your brother, did you get along well?
Up and down. Since Father died, there was rather more strain on our relationship. It was no secret our father cared more for Charles than myself.
I see. This is your father in the portrait, is it not?
It is.
Spit of Charles, doesn't he?
He did, ever since he was quite young.
You were the junior by 4 years?
Almost 4, yes. And didn't I know it? Charles patronised and embarrassed me throughout my entire childhood. He always thought he knew best. My father always took his side. If he ever didn't get his way, it was unbearable.
It sounds far from the ideal, brother. In fact, it sounds like you hated one another.
I won't lie, Inspector. Charles and I never truly saw eye to eye. But if you're suggesting I had something to do with his murder, you're mistaken.
I see. It's a dark night, Cecil.
Inspector?
You can barely make out the trees.
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying that tonight would be the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Inspector, please. Me and my brother had our differences, but deep down we cared for one another.
And yet you have an affair with his fiancée.
What on earth gave me that idea?
This letter from you to Miss Collymore professing your love.
You know about that?
As it seems, did Charles.
Well, bravo, Inspector. Very good. You found out about Florence and I, but it proves nothing! It has nothing to do with Charles' murder, but Thomas Collymore does. He's a dangerously unhinged man with a devil of a temper, and Florence is his sister. I've said it before and I shall say it again. He couldn't give his sister up to any man, much less his old school chum. He saw him tonight at tonight's engagement party and drove him mad, and he snapped and killed Charles! Crime of passion perhaps, but there it is.
big help. You send in Thomas Collymore on your way out. I'm going to need to follow more than one line of inquiry if I'm going to solve this.
At once, Inspector. Anything to help the progress of your investigation.
Hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you? Everyone under this damned roof seems guilty. That's queer. There's something under this cushion. A ledger. 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 What's inside? Letters? Notes? What's this? The last will and testament of Charles Havisham. Dated only today. Let's see. I, Charles Havisham, hereby leave Havisham Manor and all of its contents and grounds to one. Good Lord!